Highline Voices on 106.5 KQWZ LPFM, connecting our community through history, heritage, art, and culture. We share the stories of Highline region and its people, embracing our differences and celebrating what we share.
Hello, everyone. This is Nancy from the Highline Heritage Museum, and welcome back. Today, again, we have a pretty awesome person. I'm excited for him to share who he is and then what he does. Why are we doing this? Why not? Why not to get to know your neighbor? Why not to get to know your business? Why not to get to know each other? And so that's why. It's for us to share a space where we can actually have some type of awareness of who's around us, and then also making sure that we are cultivating the values of community. And so once again, thank you for joining us today. And I'm going to go with him. Are you ready?
Yes.
Okay, go for it. Who are you?
I am Michael Witherspoon. I am currently the community engagement manager at Choose 180, also the executive director of my family's nonprofit, Billy Pearl. I'm the operations manager at my dad's church, Lifeline Christian Fellowship. And I run my own small consulting agency called Black Page West to help organizations around the community with data and analytics and things like that.
Why? Why you do all that work?
Uh, I worked for Nordstrom for quite a while, and I found myself needing more connection to community and the opportunity to give back. I think I found my purpose in serving community and helping folks. So I do all those things because they allow me to give back and help people in the ways that I see fit and doing something that I enjoy and have a passion for.
Yeah. So you're located based in Burien, correct?
Yes, Choose 180 is based in Burien, but a lot of our work doesn't necessarily happen in Burien per se. We do help our Highline area students and things like that, but we go to where the youth are. So it's not gonna be come to our space and there's a bunch of kids around and doing this and doing that. We're really trying to get into all the cracks and crevices where the young folks are and meet them where they are and help them align with their goals and give them the services and access to resources that they need.
So just to make sure, I know what your work is about, but I want to make sure it's clear to everyone who's listening, who has never seen you, meet you, has
Okay.
no idea what the organization is about. Can you describe what the services is that you guys
So
do?
Choose 180 is a organization that is built to break the school to prison pipeline and prevent youth gun violence. So what we do specifically is go into facilities, go into schools, go into the courts, and be an advocate for these young people so that they can learn to advocate for themselves and also make sure that they're getting fair treatment in these settings and understanding the rules and regulations that apply to them and what rights they do have to be successful in those environments.
I I don't know how you do it because I imagine working with the youth. I got my own, daughter, and it's
Mhm.
just incredible to work with the youth. But then to know that it's right in that spot, right in the facing their lives, that you can truly make a difference. You can really bring the opportunities to. It's like almost like you do it or not. It's like right in that sweet spot,
Mhm.
and I'm sure it's powerful. I'm sure is meaningful. I'm sure is emotional too. Um,
I would say for us, our first goal is to make connection with these young people. A lot of them don't have support or resources that some of us grew up just typically having, having your dad around was something normal for some people. Having access to community events and things like that is something normal for some people. For a lot of the kids we're running into, they're just trying to make their way the best way they see fit. Sometimes that does result in decisions that don't necessarily benefit them in the long run, but we come alongside them to make sure that um, they understand that their choices do matter and that they can find people who care about them and connect them with opportunity and community for themselves.
there's a lot of an emotion connection there, and then there's a lot of emotion investment on top of guidance, on top of
Mhm.
resources, and on top of everything. How long have you been doing this?
Um, with Choose 180, I've been there 2.5 years or so.
Mhm.
working with community. I don't work directly with the youth. I see my position as the person who gives our folks who work directly with the youth access to these resources and opportunities. So I'm out in community talking to our community of support to make sure that when a young person runs into an issue, we have a resource for them that can help solve that issue or help them through whatever that issue is. And so for me, one of the values I go with is making sure that our young people have access to all the things I had access to as a young person and more. So just making sure that there's community around. I grew up with a great community around me, and I know building community for young people, not just adults, but other young people who are a positive influence, is super impactful for them.
And I think that it's not just the youth getting the benefit, it's also the adults learning
Oh,
from,
absolutely.
and it's also the lessons that we learn, and it's also the humbleness that you get out of walking in that journey with each person. And so, as an adult, as for you, I know that you're not directly working with the youth, but you supporting a mission. Um,
I would say I don't work directly with the youth for Choose 180, but I do work directly with youth outside of Choose 180.
okay.
I coach high school athletics. I coach girls basketball at Foster High School. So I'm around young people. I'll be around them today at about 5:30 with about 30 younger ladies in the weight room and in the gym, working out, doing those things. But for me, I take every opportunity to influence young people that what you think is impossible is possible. All the things people tell you can't do, or that's not realistic, or this and that. Yeah, there's things that you have to go through, the steps, the processes to things. But if you want to really go after something, I want all the young folks I interact with and that I work with to believe that anything is possible for them, especially at the age of 16, 17, 18. If what you want to be is something that nobody in your family has been, nobody in your neighborhood has been, nobody you know has been, let me connect you to somebody who's done that so that you can understand that it's possible. Let me connect you to somebody who's been through that experience so you can know what steps it takes to be wherever it is you want to be.
That's powerful. That's beautiful, and that's I don't know. I don't the words to describe it is all these adjectives that will summarize what you just said. The element of vulnerability is there. The element of how do we inspire? And I mean, it's not just the youth that need that. All of us need that. Also,
Definitely.
even for me, one way to fight is through fun, through joy, to
Yes.
be thankful.
You said
To
my favorite word,
where is it?
joy. Well, I try to base
Okay, what
everything
is
off
joy?
of joy.
What is joy to you?
Joy is everything. It's the reason I wake up. It's the reason I do the work I do. It's the reason I coach. Um, If you ask my coworkers what my response is, typically when they ask me how I'm doing and I go in the office, it's amazing. Because relative to where things could be, where things have been, my life is amazing and it's filled with joy. That joy comes from the community that I've been surrounded around since I was young. My dad's a pastor, grew up in church. So uh, the significance of joy comes different to me, I think, than some other people. It's more than happiness. It's the ability to find happiness in situations that may not typically be happy. So when you go to church or you go to this event, like I can say my dad's church, I go to my dad's church, there's people there. I know what they're going through. But there's a fella named Brother Ed. He's always going to be happy. He's always going to be praying and having a good time. And his life is not easy, especially as a man who beat the odds. He's a college educated, 86-year-old black man who was a teacher for 30 years and an art teacher at that. So, people like him inspire me. There's another lady at the church. She's been through a lot, lost a
Mm,
child, all that stuff. But when I come in there, she's going to be happy. She's going to be joyous. She's going to be worshiping, doing all the things. And it's not a fake joy. Like, I'm going to do this for performance. This is just who they are.
hmm
So all my life, I've been around people like that. So finding that joy, going to places where you can get that reset and find that energy that you need to be happy and to enjoy life to the best of your ability is super important to me. So um, I end all my emails. You may have seen it. It says with joy because I'm going to be joyous in every situation I'm in.
I use that term myself almost every day too. And I find my own demons, my own battles, my own issues. And in fact, after this, I'll show you something. I'll show you on what happened last night. But the element of there is rain, but it's also sunshine. There is hunger, but it's also the opportunity to eat food. It is the times to rest, but it's also times to work. It is the times to respect and honor yourself, but it's also the time to connect to each other.
Mhm.
And so being able to find a network, a circle, a community, a place where you can feed each other of that is so beautiful. Like you said, no, everyone has the opportunity to be exposed in a place where you feed that, you support
Yeah.
each other, because one person alone cannot do that. It is a horrible, horrible, painful weight to carry on your own. And it's
Yes.
just being able hey, I see you. Hey, I
Hmm.
hear you.
Yes.
Hey, I don't know. I might be defensive. I might be protective. I might
Hmm.
be like, I don't know, who are you? But if you share, okay, let's have fun. Let's just, I don't know, play music or the
Yes.
sport or share a meal or help somebody or oh, that person needs help. Let's just that whatever we
Yeah.
can, let's just let's lift them up.
I tell
It's
the young ladies, as you're saying, I tell them, find some joy in this. Yes, practice is hard. This is hard. Life is hard. But let's sit down and find things that make you happy. And then can we expound upon those things that make you happy? Even in a community when we're working with young folks, my hope is that the work we're doing is not just putting out fires. It's that it's creating communities where people can find that joy, even in the hard times. Oh, I'm gonna go hang out with such and such. I know we're gonna be happy in this setting. They're gonna lift my spirits. I'm gonna lift their spirits. And when you can come away from an interaction in community, whatever community that is for you, when you can come away from that action with some joy in your heart, that propels you into the rest of your week or your day to help you do the hard things. There's hard
mm,
things in life. I'm not trying to say that hard things don't happen and I don't experience hard things. That's not the what I'm trying to say. What I'm trying to say is that if we can all find a way to support each other in finding joy, and then hopefully learning how to internalize that joy for ourselves, we could make this life even more enjoyable for each other.
we're hungry. We all are. We all want to be seen. We all want to feel like we belong. We all want to feel like we're in a place where it's healthy. We all want that. All of us have the same thing in common. I really honestly believe that we have more things in common than differences as in a human factor. Yes. Are we our own individual? Absolutely. Do we represent our own communities, our own heritage, our own background? Absolutely. But at the end of the day, with the human race,
Mhm.
because I don't believe in race. All is either dogs or cats or humans. So we are the human race. That such term doesn't exist. It did not exist until just in the 1800s. And
Mhm.
so, on our human condition, we feel we hungry, we cold, we hot actually. We feel that. Now, do we have different ideologies? Do we have
Yes.
different backgrounds? Do we have different the story that we carry in our backs and how we present it
Mhm.
with each other? That is real and that is there, and there's no way we can hide that. But there is also a very fundamental
Yeah.
baseline that we do respond to somebody kindness, we do respond to somebody's a smile, we do respond with somebody helping each other, and it is contagious, the same way as it's contagious when you see a negative thing.
Yes.
It promotes that. And so to be in a place where you detox negativity, when you purge away things that hurts you mentally, emotionally, physically, and then foster environments, elements that allows you to grow as a person, allows you to be the best version of who you are as a human being, that allows you to say, this is me, I want to help, I want to do this. Because honestly, if you really study the sense of what happiness is, which I don't believe in happiness, I believe in joy.
Mhm.
And then it's an everyday joy that you
Yep.
cultivate.
Yep.
But when you think about the people that have lived for many, many, many years, and they are happy, that I put this because
Mhm.
you cannot retain a single emotion.
Yeah.
And one day, I challenge anyone to feel one emotion, whatever. If you're angry, stick with the anger. and I'm daring you to see how long it takes you for you before you come or you move on or you're sleepy or you're tired. And so we cannot retain an emotion. And so what happens when we're dealing with people that inspires us? What happens where it stimulates us when they're like let's just get up and push through it. And then let's just slow down and let me hug you. Or let's just slow down and let's take care of this. So I admire you. I admire you. I admire you as a person. I admire the work that you guys doing also as an institution. And I'm talking way too much. This is about you. So I'm going to stop and
No,
leave it up to you.
I do admire the work you're doing. I love that you try to. It's not even just Burien you're trying to connect. It's the Highline community and tell all those stories that are important, so that our young folks and our elders and the whole community can see themselves in this community and beyond that. I think once they connect to this community, they see the branches that go out further from this community and find ways and resources to connect with people. You were talking about people come with their own stories, and I think it's important to. One of the things I try to do, everybody that initially meets me thinks I'm quiet, thinks I'm really, really quiet. Um, but I love to listen to people, hear what they have to say, get a sense for where they are, and find out ways to connect with them. And a lot of times that means listening. That means coming into the situation with open ears and open heart to find out exactly where they're coming from, exactly why they feel the way they feel. And
Yeah.
that goes from our elders all the way to our young folk. Um, I really believe that if we can get our elders and our young folks and all those in between to really build community together, things will start to flourish even faster. Our elders have wisdom and information that needs to be passed along, and our young folks have new ideas and concepts and ways of seeing things that we may not recognize. I learn a lot from the girls I coach. They keep me on my toes. They tell me this, they tell me that. I learn a lot from the young folks I interact with Choose 180. Just learning different things and different perspectives of how they see life. So for me, it's important that you're allowed to tell your story, and it's important that somebody cares about your story.
I think that that's one of the most painful experience we all go through is when somebody censors that story, when somebody censors that voice, when somebody tells you, no, I'm the one who's going to tell you story. I'm the one, my perspective is more important than your perspective. I think it's one of the most painful things that we can face individually and then also as a community, that somebody thinks that they have control over who we are, which is not the case. And then somebody can lightly judge or interpret things that are not even there. And so that's why I like this job. It's like rebelliously like, no, this is your story. That's you. I'm not gonna go anywhere. This is how you presenting yourself. And we still got some time. We still got some time. So
Okay.
yeah, let you know if we got time. And so when it comes to you, to your, one thing is you as an individual and the reasons why you do the work that you do, but then it's also the institution and why they do.
Mhm.
But it seems like the two of them come as like a line.
I wouldn't be here if we didn't align.
Yeah.
Um, I was really looking for opportunity to connect with community and give back to community when I joined Choose 180, and it presented that opportunity for me to help them grow and for them to help me grow.
Yeah.
Um, when we're in community as Choose 180, our goal is to connect first and foremost. Connect with the people that we're working with, connect with the system partners that we're working with, and then hopefully throughout the next 5 years, through our strategic plan, we're able to influence these systems that guide the punishment for our young people currently, and transform that into a different system where we are restoring them rather than punishing them. You know, um, we're working here in King County. We just expanded out to Pierce County. And one of the key things is that we want to focus on a restorative justice practice for our young people so that, yes, everyone makes mistakes or makes bad choices, but the punitive ways in which they're punished currently haven't been giving us the results that we think that prison gives us. It doesn't work that way. Our youth come out and there's high recidivism and all the, for those who don't know, that's a big word that I gotta use in public. That means they go back to jail after they come out. So we're trying to prevent that. And then the work we do with diversion is working with these young people to make sure that when they get in these spaces or get in trouble, or even when they're released from a facility, we're coming alongside them and making sure that they have access to resources. I think access to resources and community is essential for these young people to figure out exactly where they want to go in life. A lot of the choices that are being made is desperation for community, family, and resources. Those are the main three things that these young people are after when they end up in these bad situations. And if we can help to provide those things outside of the system or in partnership with the system, I think we can have more impact across the whole region to make sure that our young people feel supported and have options.
We can do it. I mean, if we really, really come down together as a giant potluck offering a big buffet for our youth, we can do it. I think that one organization might cook a delicious meal, but one meal would not be sufficient. But
Yes,
what if we have one table where everyone pinch a little bit of something?
I think that's where we're trending towards. I think there's a couple different organizations that do what we do. Well, not more than a couple, but there's other organizations that do some of the work we do, and we all do it a little bit differently.
Hmm.
But one of my things is we need to be able to uh, make soft handoffs to organizations that we're partners with so that these kids can get a longer continuum of care. So it's not just they finished your program, you hope they're good, you check in every now and then, but you found out what they're interested in, you know where they want to go in life. So now we're passing you on to a partner who has that specific skill set you're looking for or that specific opportunity you're looking for, and we're passing you off to them with all the information we gathered. So it's a soft handoff. You know us, you trust us, we know them, we trust them, and now we're going to introduce you to them and the opportunity that you said that you wanted. And then we don't necessarily leave our folks, pass them off, and then it's over. Our folks call our people all the time. We're still staying in contact. We have an aftercare team that comes alongside them and make sure they have the mentorship and access to resources, make sure they're going to get a license and showing up to court dates and going with them to the court, not just saying, hey, you should be there, but showing up with them, partnering with them in those ways to make sure these young people have support beyond Choose 180 while they're with Choose 180. And when we hand you off to a different program that offers exactly what you're looking for, if we don't offer it, then that you're still being supported in those ways.
I'm hearing you and getting inspired, but I also want to do something too. I was like, I want to do something. So I do hope that other people are feeling the same way. They want to help, they want to support, they want to just embrace the things that you're doing. So we do have around 5 minutes.
Okay.
And so how can people reach you? How can they support you? How can they find you?
You can find me on the Choose 180 website. I'm listed as Michael Witherspoon. Uh, but go to our website and just explore. I think people who want to support sometimes go right to the um, volunteer page or the donate page or get involved page. But I encourage you, not just with Choose 180, but with anybody you're trying to engage with, go look through their whole website, understand what the programs are, see what the type of things that they're doing. So when you do sign up to volunteer, um, you know exactly, oh, I really like this program. And then that volunteer person can help you, identify and connect with those things. I think just dive in. I mean, support looks different, so many different ways. So if you don't have money, you can volunteer. If you don't have time or money, you can just share it. I mean, we have the social media now, so sharing out to your community expands our community. So it's just a simple thing is that if you can't do anything, if you can't make it out your house, all those things, because I know we have some volunteers who have some mobility issues and things like that. So the simple things you can do is stay up to date on what we're doing so you can share it with your friends. When you see a social media post that I'm not saying share everything, but share something that pricks your heart and that makes you inspired. Go ahead and share it out with your community because we need all hands on deck. We need all the programs that are out here working together because there's no way Choose 180 can support every single young person. And we need to uplift all our programs that do this diversion work, this restorative justice work, and make sure that we have ample resources and access to young people and access to funding that propels us forward in making sure that our future, which is what these young folks are, is taken care of properly and cared for and shown the love that they deserve.
Beautiful. So I hope everyone got excited, got curious, just got intrigued. We still got a few more minutes. So
Okay.
anything else you would like to add about you or something that you missed saying?
Um, Something I'm really passionate about right now is building this. We're working at my family's nonprofit. Our focus. We do have a backpack giveaway this Saturday at New Horizons School. We got over 200 backpacks, free food, free games, DJ, all that stuff. But we're working to build a facility that houses everything a young person and their family could need.
Yeah.
So I know a lot of times people have to drop the kids off at practice and then go over here to get some housing aid, and then the office for food is over here, or DHHS is over here. And so if you don't have transportation, you're riding 4 or 5 buses in hopes of getting back to your child after you got off work and make it back at the end of practice so him and his coaches aren't sitting there. So we're trying to create a facility that houses every single thing possible. We'll have people like Choose 180, we'll house all the resources you need in community, whether you need medical help, dental help, all that in one facility so people can come get the services they need at one spot and service a region.
We talk a lot about the youth. Are you also working with the families?
I don't think you can work with youth without working with families.
Yeah, that's what I
So,
make sure that was.
so a lot of our mentorship and one-on-one work our home visits where we're working with
Wow.
families, meeting
Wow.
parents, doing all those things. And we're currently working at Choose 180 to expand and partner to offer some of those parenting classes and resources that are necessary for these young people to be successful. So we got a couple partners that we're talking to and working through, trying to access. They're willing to partner with us and we're willing to partner with them. It's just about aligning the opportunity. So we hopefully envision the young person comes in for a workshop, but their parents don't have to drop them off and leave. They can stay for a different workshop or a different opportunity or help with filling out forms or whatever the case may be. But we want to give the parents the resources as well, because we know serving young people without serving their families or their parents, it won't work.
You're brave, you're courageous, you're strong, and the resilient to continue to do the work every day, because I'm sure that you get a lot of pushback too.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm sure you get all these hiccups here and there, but for you to harness joy despite of all of that, for you to harness center and just center to the base, to the foundation, to your values, it's beautiful to witness. And thank you again for the opportunity to connect with you, to understand a little bit more about the work that you guys do. And for everyone out there listening, please go visit their website. Go be curious about the work that they do, and then also celebrate it, because how many of us we do that type of work, but we're working directly with families on the youth, and so it's not that easy. And so just to even celebrate the work that they do is great. So once again, thank you for joining us.
Thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
See you next time. Bye.
Discover the stories that shape our community with our Highline Voices on 106.5 KQWZ LPFM. Each week we bring you history, heritage, art, and culture from people who make the Highline region unique. From community traditions to contemporary voices, we celebrate what connects us all. Tune in and be part of the conversation. Our Highline Voices right here on 106.5 KQWZ LPFM.